A long time ago, or is it, right now as we speak, no, that's not right either. At some point in time, nailed it, there is a laboratory. It excitedly hums with various electricals and bubbles with rows upon rows of mysterious, unpronounceable chemicals. And in the center of this chaos stands Dr. Mark Adams, one of the head scientists at MOC, which of course stands for Masters of Creation. And alongside him is Dr. Joe Quinn, Mark's partner in crime since their very first day of university. They both shared a burning fascination with time travel, a passion which took them to the peaks of the scientific community, but to the pits of moral righteousness.
Right. Max fluctuator capacity reached. Quantum destabilizer primed and the chronoscale is working overtime. You sure this is a good idea, Mark?
I think I remember you saying the exact same thing when we developed the Mark I. So, yes, I do think it's a good idea.
Can't you see this is different? Paradoxes, time loops, reality resets. These are all concepts we understand now, and something like meeting your past self seems like the exact event to trigger one.
Oh, give me a break, Joe. We both know that's not going to happen, and if it does, consider this a failed experiment. Now, if you're done, can we make a start, please?
You're insane. But fine.
He moves to a large control panel on the far side of the room. He straps a pair of heavy-duty safety goggles to his face and readies himself.
Okay, ready when you are. Just try to keep everything intact.
Ha! We should put that on company policy when I get back, but yes, I promise I'll do my best. Just pull the bastard lever. Before he can finish his sentence, Joe thrusts the lever down. The room's various generators and mess of wires sing together in a gorgeous hum of an electric choir. It builds until the ballad of the universe echoes throughout one lab, in one building, in one street, in one town, in one country, in one continent, on one planet, in one solar system, in one quadrant of one galaxy, all contained within one universe of an ever-expanding array. The perfect juxtaposition upon which to enact the crumbling of time itself. A little bedroom, untouched by anything remarkable. The walls are smothered in various posters and memorabilia set to dispel any chance of the inhabitant losing his virginity. Sat on the bed, just slightly too small, was Marcus Adams. Picture an anorak's anorak, down to the permanent anxious sweat dripping down his forehead, and an unbearable itch running laps around his body, all topped off with a layer of grease coating his jet black hair, which could give any of the popular fast food chains a run for their money. There's a quick warp and whoosh as the timeline rips and tears before resealing again. Marcus hunches in alarm, seeing a grown man covered in something that slightly resembles a shoddily organized circuit. Of course, Marcus couldn't possibly understand what was directly in front of him. He was from the 21st century, the age of pollution, war, and Twitter. But he wasn't scared at all. He was almost at ease. Despite Marcus not knowing who was in front of him, there was something he recognized. It's an odd phenomenon, but of course, you would recognize you.
Dude, what the fuck? What the fucking fuck?
Mark is stunned, standing almost completely still, swaying slightly till he regains his balance. Given the circumstances, this is probably understandable. It tends to be pretty distressing having anything that ever happened pummeling into your face at incalculable speeds. Or so I'm told. Sorry. Just, one moment.
Who are you? Excuse me? Who are you?
They both feel it. Of course they do. One's already been through this and yet is experiencing it all for the first time, whilst the other is actually seeing this all for the first time. This is even new to the timeline. Or is it? Because, well... Shit. This is getting miserable to follow. I can only imagine what it's like for you. Yeah, getting to that. Just 1 minute. Oh, okay, it's gone. I'm fine. I'm back. I am back.
Back where?
Home.
What? This is my room.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Marcus stands, his underdeveloped human brain suppressing the chance of any unique thought breaking from the depths of his subconscious. He was stuck in a place of uncontrollable stuttering and sweating, which, in fairness, wasn't too far off his usual demeanor. After a little while, and all the mind-numbingly possible answers had been and vanished from Marcus's head, the resistance began to weaken, and the utterly impossible crept into his consciousness for the first time.
You are you?
He kept interrupting himself as if finishing the sentence would confirm the truth, making the definitive statement in front of him somehow more definitive.
You're me, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Well done. I was half expecting this to take a hell of a lot longer.
Only half expecting.
Well, you are me. Should be pretty simple stuff. And since you're me, I've already sort of experienced this. To some, Mark saying sorta may seem like an uncharacteristic lack of conviction. But sorta is actually the most scientific and accurate explanation for what is happening. Would you like a little peek behind the veil? Maybe in a little while.
Is this? Oh my god, is this?
Blimey! The uncertainty was really something, wasn't it? I tried finishing a sentence for once. Yes! This is time travel. Some pretty fucking impressive time travel as well.
Whoa.
Yeah. I had the same reaction. This is both true and not, which, believe it or not, is a possibility beyond the linear perspective of most creatures. Time travel is a mess. Literally, it tears holes in the fabric of creation and haphazardly closes them up, shoveling all the juicy new details into the timeline. From a linear perspective, these aren't juicy or new, they're dry and old and always have been. That's exactly what's happening here. History is being written as it goes. This is indeed the first time in the history of this timeline that Mark meets Marcus. This is new for both of them. Everything is in complete flux, which I find is when things are at the most fragile. But my word, is it exciting. Anyway, this is all besides the point, and distracting from the bigger events at play. As I've been talking, Mark has been reaching into his pocket. His gentle hands are wrapping around something cold, metallic, and lethal.
If you're me from the future, can I ask you stuff?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I guess. What do you want to know?
Oh, damn, oh yeah, how far off is time travel? Like, how long am I gonna have to wait?
Oh, not long. Just a very few short centuries.
Centuries? But... What? How are you still alive?
Aging gets wiped out in... sorry, what year is this?
2024.
Wow, not long then. About a decade, I think.
No more aging. Then how old are you, technically?
Oh, I don't know. I was kind of around the 300 mark.
300? I live for longer than 300 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you do. Any others?
What is our future like?
Wow. Nothing but insightful questions from you. It's shit. It's fucking shit, but you know, the future is pretty shit for everyone involved. Marcus is too fascinated by this idea to notice Mark's demeanor changing, the veil of cynicism replaced by a cloak of regret.
No, it can't be that bad. I mean, we can't be, right? Look at you.
How painfully human. Taking the glossy veneer as the undying truth. Putting mortal naivety aside, yes, Mark did, or is it does, look better than Marcus by a considerable margin. Clear skin, long, luscious, browner than brown hair, and of course, the notable muscle. If looks did equate to quality of existence, Mark would be one happy camper. But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't. And Mark was fucking miserable. It is that bad.
How?
We beat everything. There's nothing left to conquer.
I don't understand.
No, you don't.
Then help me.
We, by design, have a fascination with progress. Ever since the discovery of fire, the human race has been on a trajectory into becoming the masters of our own creation. We discovered more and went further to discover, uncovering and unraveling the secrets of our existence, until we plateaued. That's where you are now. The visionaries are dead, and those who would be great are too shy or preoccupied with their comfortable, wearisome lives of bills and work and people. Something twigs inside Marcus. He recognizes these thoughts. This is what he thinks when he's at his lowest. When life seems the most hopeless, this is where he goes.
That's not true.
Shut up! Yes, it is. But one day, very soon, someone will defy all the odds and becomes the first true scientist in centuries. And from there, that spawns the diamond age of invention. Space travel accelerates at a rate never thought possible. Illness is eradicated not long after, and then, of course, time travel. And the funny thing is, all it took was a complete loss of morality. No big push, no sudden wave of genius, just no longer caring. However, the only thing that sets us apart from animals is our morality. We lose that, we lose humanity. We became beasts.
No, that is not my future.
Yes, it is. And you want to know the funny thing? That person that sparks all of this. Do you want to know who it was? Marcus knows, and it's killing him. What would be the point in pretending he didn't know?
It was you.
No. It was you.
Same fucking thing.
Don't you dare. If something had snapped inside Mark before, I think it would be safe to say now that snapped thing had been crushed, stomped on for lifetimes of universes until it was a fine powder, and then, just for safe measure, utterly eviscerated until nothing but a scorch mark remained. If you could see this, you would notice a shift in his eyes, the switch from human to beast, the last moral exiting the body. Something different was happening in Marcus, though, a complete opposite. His morals strengthened. He reflected on his life. He could never do such a thing. The two had split. No longer Mark and Marcus, but Mark and then Marcus.
You're trying to pin this on me. I would never get to that point. They wouldn't let me. They would step in, say something, snap me out of it.
Wrong move. They're gone! They fucking leave. They never loved you. You were there in their periphery. That is all you were to them. Something to pass the time. They were bored and you were entertainment, a game to play, an inside fucking joke. You made them look good. And the moment you didn't, they left you. They left you. They left you all alone. They left me alone. Because I went too far.
Huh. You're lying.
They do leave. Because that's just how things are. And can you blame them? Look at this place. The state of this room. The state of you. It's humiliating. You are 17 years old. Get a grip and move on.
I don't know who you are. You are not me. I can't become you.
Tough. You want to know who I am? Who you become? Marcus is itching to know. Scratch, scratch, scratch. That thought. What does he become? Where is he going that he becomes this man in front of him? So removed from humanity, from care, from love. Itches like that don't go away. They bug and they whittle away until eventually...
Yes.
After years of progress, we began to slow down again. The inevitable plateau of progress. And in a last-ditch effort of something to do to stave off the boredom, we sought to answer a question that has plagued everyone for far too long. Is there a God?
Well, is there?
There was.
What? You killed God?
Ugh. Pompous old fool got what was coming to them. Spent their time in robes and growing stupid beards. I never got the appeal, personally. We killed God. Besides, God's only a title at the end of the day. Holds no real power.
You're insane.
And with that strange little metal thing in Mark's coat pocket became real. It wasn't a promise anymore, but a reality. Mark clutched the grip of the weapon, giving him comfort. Everything would be okay, because nothing couldn't be. Yup. But only because you are.
What are you gonna do?
Kill you, kill me, kill us! Reset the timeline, or break it, whichever. Won't be around to see.
You don't care.
Time is unraveling now. This is going to be a hell of a job for the janitor, but don't worry. Time isn't as fragile as all the movies and shows make it out to be. Time can be rewritten, just with great care and precision. This bullet wasn't terribly precise, but there is still room to operate. Mark and Marcus will be reset. It'll be their choice on how to continue. But that's the thing. People learn from mistakes, but there was never a mistake to learn from. And thus, the wheel of time turns, and nothing changes.